The last step in making these a finished picture is adding a sky. Now this is one of my favorite steps because the sky can really add a lot of personality to it and it can set mood and make it interesting. You can, of course, add a regular sky and that will look really cool and that could be the best thing for your picture. Sometimes adding a funky sky will detract from the rest of your good work. But this is just a place where you can add the sky and finish it off. Depending on how your project turned out and how your tracing was, you could potentially just use the sky from the original photographs. It won't work out for me because I didn't trace this closely enough. There's still stuff hiding through. And if that's the case, using the original picture is not going to be ideal. You could try moving it downwards, because especially if you had to move it up a lot, like let's say that, I could potentially try resizing this sky, and that lets me not have to find one. So that could be a way for you to get your sky without having to do a new one. But if you have to keep trying that, I would recommend just finding a different sky. I'm going to put this back to where it was. Now, what we want to do first is, I've already done it, is turn the color layer off and select the color layer. So whatever we do next will paste in on top of layer 1. I'm going to go to Google Images right now, and I'm just going to search daytime sky. I'm going to go to Images, and I'm going to go to Tools. We want to make sure that our picture, the picture that we're left with, is large, so that way it fills in the space well. I'm going to encourage you to not do anything that has too much going on because you don't want the sky that you choose to fight with your artwork. And also, don't worry about the color because the sky is going to be turned black and white or grayscale. So, like I said a minute ago, you could, use this as an opportunity to get creative, but you could also just use a regular sky, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit this, I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to hit copy image. I'm choosing it because there's not so much going on, so it probably won't fight with my artwork or be distracting. I just pasted it in. It seems that it's very small. And it pasted in underneath my building. So I'm going to hit undo. Let's see what happens when I paste it in on top. There it is. This is very small. Let's see if it works when I free transform it. Command T. The fear here is that it's going to be pixelated. That is probably the thing you want to look out for the most. You don't want a sky that's going to be pixelated because it will ruin all of your work. I'm going to hit Command Shift and the right bracket, which should bump it all the way down, although it's not doing that. So I'm just going to drag it. If I close my folders, it should be easier to drag it. What you're seeing here is that I wasn't so diligent with organizing my files. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this